Hello, all you hardcores out there. How are you doing? It's Russ here from Poker's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. We say the things on here that nobody dares say. Just waiting for Max to join us. Before we do, can I give Nick Manners' book a shout out? It's called Front. Gotta Get Through This by Nick Manners. We're forward by Joe Calzaghe. So I just told him I'd give him a shout out, and he sends Max his best. In November, we've got a competition. Winner gets 100 quid. Whoever comes on in a Zoom with me and does most views, you get 100 quid. How's about that? Nova Channel's doing what we do. So we're just waiting for Max to appear. Max, don't be giving me this somebody what? At the door. Is it bailiffs? Hurry up, lad. So we'll just wait for Max. Porky's International is our YouTube channel, our sister channel. It's going all right on there at the moment. Nice and steady. Rome wasn't built in a day, was it? But 2 seconds. So let's see where Max is. I wonder how he's going on, Max. We've a lot to get through today. I've got Jerry coming on tomorrow in a two-parter. Sean and James should be coming on at some point this week. People keep asking about Adam, the Irish kid who lives in San Francisco. He comes back next month, back to Ireland. So he's got a lot on his plate at the moment, but as soon as he's settled, he'll be coming back on. A couple of people have asked about Burnsy. I don't know what Burns is doing. Maybe I should fire him off at commission on website. Hey. No, here we go. Here's Max. Big Max. How you doing, Max?
Hold on 1 second.
It's been a long day.
Hello, you can hear me?
I can hear you, Max. How are you?
Struggling.
Struggling, yeah, with what?
With life. You know what I mean?
Max, how come whenever me and you do a Zoom, you're always sat at the bottom of your stairs? What's going on? What's the story, Max, with that?
It's an office space here.
This what? It's your office.
It's an office space. That's how these houses are built.
Okay. There's a lot going on, Max, since we last had a Zoom.
Yeah.
How have you been?
I don't know. I've got an illness at the minute. I've been off work. I'm starting to feel myself today, so just taking this week off basically off work because I haven't been well. Apart from that, not last week, the week before, fought out in Hungary. Yeah, so fought a couple of times. So yeah.
So, is it on box that you win?
Yeah. Last two I've been, yeah. No.
So what's your record now? 3-1.
3-1, yeah.
That's good. You know that guy that you fought last time? Is he the guy that Dave Allen fought last year or this year?
A couple of years ago, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Dave Allen's in Saudi at Christmas. If Fury don't pull out, so there's hope for you yet, Max, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
You dropped him, didn't you?
I dropped him in the second and the end of the third. So yeah.
So you must be getting better than if you're dropping people, Max.
Yeah, I am. However, I just can't seem to finish him off. And I'm a little bit lackluster. Like I'm a bit clumsy going in. I've been clumsy going in when I've sparred. I've been caught on the way in. So it's just been like I had the rounds in the bank, etc. And I thought, let's keep it straight and keep it, be box clever. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
well, did you must have known if you've had him down that it was only a 4-rounder that you've only got to get to end at fourth and you wouldn't fight, hadn't you?
Yeah, but then what have you always said, Russ? My fitness lets me down, right? You've always said that, yeah. And he caught me in, I think within the minute of the fourth because he had to go for it. Because
Oh,
he's got a
yeah.
cruiserweight fight. He's got a cruiser title fight on 11th in Italy. So he couldn't lose, as in couldn't or didn't need to be stopped. If he got stopped, that fight would have been off for him. So he had to go for it against me. So and I was holding on for about a minute and a half of dear life in that fourth. You've seen the shiner I had, so and that was horrendous. I had to find something in myself for that one, that last 2 minutes. You know what I mean?
You couldn't
So
finish him off though, Max. No.
that's the thing. That's what's lasting from a game. That probably be mixture of fitness, technique. Keep my chin in the air. Like this is what Julian's always said to me when he's worked with me. Exit safe, exit or enter cleanly, exit safe. You know what I mean? And sometimes as the rounds go on, you lose sometimes your senses on that. And I've been caught stupidly. And they're the little critical moments in that mid range area. So yeah.
Okay. Well, you couldn't finish him off, but if I put a plate of fish and chips in front of you now, you've finished that off, wouldn't you, with bread and butter?
Would now, yeah. I would now, yeah.
What did you weigh in on fight oil? Say on box it, wasn't it? What did you weigh?
I was just under 22. 21.12.
21.12, so that's 280 and 26. £306.
303, I think, 304, something like that, yeah. So
Right, well,
yeah, it was too heavy.
Max, I was £400, wasn't I? And obviously I'm fit as the butcher's dog now, but it takes time now. You only got to knock about 5 stone off really to be really in shape, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
right, yeah.
If you can knock 5 stone off, which is £70, that's £2 a week for 35 weeks. So for 7 months, you want to be knocking off £2 a week, and you can do that, Max. Which is just carrying on what you're doing now, with your eating habits and going to gym and that, but just add an hour and a half walking in the morning. Just add that, and you'll be amazed what you'll be able to do. But you see, and then it goes to slow trotting, and then to what I do now, running. But it doesn't happen overnight. But I'll send you a video every morning, don't I, when I hit the tarmac. And do you know what? This morning, when I got to Little Aston, it was peeing it down, and I thought, oh my God. I was like 2 mile out and it was peeing, so I thought I'll turn back, and I got drenched. But sometimes you've got to go through that to reach your goal. Now I know you've got a lot on your plate with your job and that, Max, but you have to look in the mirror, as Julian always says, man in the mirror moment, and ask yourself, am I doing myself justice here? You've scraped through that win, you've had a guy dropped, but you couldn't finish him off because you're unfit. Now, what if you collapsed with 30 seconds to go? You've thrown all that away, haven't you? All your dreams, because you just want to be a boxer. You're not short of a few quid. You're driving a 50 grand car, for God's sakes. I don't know why you're doing this. You're not doing it for money, are you? You want to be known as, you like to be known as Max the Boxer. I can imagine you, Max, because I know you, on that aeroplane, asking for what you usually do. Can I have a can of cola to air hostesses? Oh, you've got a black eye, you're a boxer. I know what's gone on, Max. You were wearing that black eye like a badge of honour, and well done, because you're achieving your dreams. But you can have better dreams, Max, if you get fitter. It's not rocket science, is it, kid? Allow yourself the best opportunity.
Yeah.
Don't be like Dave Allen, because when Dave Allen gets to 45, he'll be one of them guys who's never drank in his life, but he'll get to end it. He'll be at bar, be like that. Yeah, I could have been a runner bean, but ended up with no belt. We're one of them, them bitter ex-boxers that are bitter about everything. You probably won't be financially, but don't be that guy. Don't be him. Don't be him, because he's just dining out. Look, he's got his Senate mix with all his YouTube stuff that he's doing, and he keeps his Senate out there. He's not doing it by what he's doing at ring, is he? Don't be that guy. Learn from him. Honestly, I'm not very David. He's had more opportunities than anybody. He's got another opportunity here, because commercially, people want to see him, don't they? They like his story, don't they? If he's spun it that many ways, his story, nobody knows what his story is anymore. People like him because he's out there. Don't be that guy. Don't be. Even though you're older than David, just be Max and get that weight off. Because I'll tell you, for instance, if I go get a weight, 70 pound in weight, and put it in a rucksack. I know when I was doing 20 pound in a rucksack, running, walking to start. And you know what? When I got home, I was absolutely shatterooned. So imagine you putting 70 pound on your back, right? Now, and trying to go walk around Scarborough. How would you feel, Max? You'd be shattered, wouldn't you? Absolutely bad. And you're carrying that extra timber, and you can't go away at short, and you can't land them how you want to because it weighs. I'm not saying you've got a little bit of ability, you've got something to work on, you've got a ramrod jab, and that will get you out of trouble. You know what Nick Manners used to say? When in doubt, reach out, didn't he?
Yeah, reach out. Yeah, you say it all the time.
Remember that, Max. And you can get away with that because you've got long arms. But you've got to get that weight off, kid. Honestly.
Yeah.
Any opponents? Any opponents?
What? Coming up. I might be fighting end of November. Not sure yet. So.
What do you know if you got the call from Saudi, Max? Would you take it?
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Yeah.
Max in Riyadh. You in Turkey? You'd be Turkey's best mate, like the rest of them. You see that picture?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's flipping on his head, right? I'll tell you what, if Turkey said to you, all right, Russ, I'll tell you what, you come out and do YouTube and I'll give you 10 million quid.
No, Max, that ain't for me going out there, mate. Because, well, I won't believe that anyway, because they want to get me out there and flog me, won't they, me? So do you think I want to go out there? I'm not stuck on my dog, but I don't want to go out there, mate, do I? Come on.
Yeah, but if they sent you, they gave you 10 million quid, you would do it.
Max, they're not going to 10 million. Do me, why would they give me 10 million to be a YouTuber?
Yeah, but if I say everyone's got a price, haven't they?
Nah, I'll tell you what then, give me $1 million up front. And then I'd tell them to log on. I said, go on, get jobbed. Max, you're talking poppycock, mate. You won't get me out there. You won't get me out there at all. Did you see? I saw that. I don't know if you've seen the Conor Benn picture with him, Turkey. Isn't it amazing, right? I was being fed that much rubbish about Conor Benn that he's got the front to go out and have pictures took out there. They're actually going to put him. Looks like they're going to put him in with Eubank.
What did I say to you?
Out there, Max. I mean. I don't know, but how's Big Ron? Are you going on any Big Ron shows?
There will be talk, but yeah, Big Ron's good. He's keeping himself busy. He's just got back from USA yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Is it? He got Mason Dickinson launched, didn't he, to Button Moon?
I didn't think Mason Dixon was that bad. He was the close rounds, but he just getting caught on the way in.
Listen to me. That's not you talking. That's Dennis. You sound like Dennis. That's what he does.
No, I don't.
I'm being serious.
Yeah, Russ. I thought Mason did good counting himself. But he's one-dimensional a little bit. He's little improvements. He'll get there, and he'll be all right, Mason.
I'll tell you how I know you sound like Dennis. A few years ago, I remember being sat at McDonald's with Reggie. I think it were not long after I left him in there. Don't know, one day by accident. And we're talking to him, and I don't know, I can't remember what conversation we're like. And I said, "Don't you worry, Reggie. I've got something bubbling." He goes, "You sound like Dennis, Dad." Right, let's just get through these. What we've got here. There's some bullet points and a few questions we've been asked in. I don't know why it is, but all of a sudden, people, when they're sending emails and they always like to tell me the name and where they're from. And at the end it says best wishes, Porky, Rob from Wigan or something. So whatever. So anyway, I don't know if you've seen latest. We'll just go through a few things just to kill a bit of time, have a bit of fun. That's what it's all about. Let me just point out that Nick Manners' book is called. I'm going to give him a couple of shout outs, Nick, actually, because I like Nick. Front, got to get through it. No, sorry, Front, got to get through this. It's Nick Manners' book. So it's on Amazon. If anybody's interested, just go on Amazon. Nick Manners' book. I think it's a tenner. Good luck to Nick. He's not done it for money. He gives a lot to his community in Leeds. He's an old school. He's been in with Calzaghe. Calzaghe's done a forward on it. He's somebody that I class as a very close friend of mine. Max is a good mate of his. You trained there, haven't you, Max?
And I've sparred Torrance, yeah.
He's a close lad, third time. He's a close friend of Julian McGowan's. Max is just about to tell me about when he sparred Torrance. I'll tell you a little story. Max's version's a bit different. Right.
No, that's not. No, come on, come on.
No,
No, I don't.
no,
No,
Max. I'm not going
no,
to tell it. I'm not going to hang you out to dry. You were a bit novice in them days, weren't you? You now
yeah.
are a move around type. But you wanted to spar out there, and so Julian and you turned up, and me, Nick Manners, Colin, and all them. And you got in with Torrance, didn't you? As soon as I seen him, he looked like Hercules, didn't he? He looked like Mike Tyson, didn't he? Right. Well, you went, God, he looks like Mike Tyson, Porky. Am I going to be all right here? I said, Max, he's only a light heavyweight. You'll be sound, you. He was 17-year-old, wasn't he? He got stuck into you, Max, didn't he?
Yeah.
And you got injured
Good fight.
2 rounds, didn't you, if I remember? And what happened after
No,
that?
no. I lasted 4 rounds. I did all right in the first 2. Then he started taking me apart in the third. Big style.
I don't. Oh, that must have been. I probably can't count past 2 then. Well, I remember you doing sit-ups with Colin, and they set about you, didn't they, with medicine ball, didn't they, Max?
Yeah.
They put you through it, them Manners lads, didn't they? But I like them, man. They're lovely kids. And
Old school.
go to reading Nick's book. Okay. Eddie's saying he signed Ben Whittaker, and what do you think to that? And that Liam Cameron's tough and that. What do you think to that fight? And that Eddie wants to sign Ben Whittaker. What do you reckon?
You know what? I can't fault Ben Whittaker. I know you don't like him, do you? Ben Whittaker. You think
I don't
he's
like how he really ridicules fighters in ring. He's only ridiculing, move around guys. It's like you getting in with Johnny Fisher and him just taking liberties with you that that shouldn't be took. I don't like that. Ben Whittaker wouldn't do that against Better Beef, would he? Or Callum Smith, Anthony Yard, any of them boys, would he? Dan Aziz. So why does he do it to these really low-level guys that are coming into just being served up on a plate for him? So no, I don't. That's why I don't like him, and I don't like that. I didn't like Naz when he behaved like that. No, I don't like that. No.
Like he's entertaining, though, Ben Whittaker. That's what he's trying to be, entertaining, and he's trying to grab the audience attention. Now, right way, he likes to play the villain, don't he? So
well, yeah, that's why Eddie wants to sign him, and he just said, "I want to sign him, but he's tied up on a deal. But we want to sign him if he's a free agent. That if I ain't poaching, I don't know what is." You know,
they're all in each other's bed, aren't they?
Well, we don't know about that, but they all want to work together, don't we? We know how it works, don't we? Eddie says Eubank wanted more money because Crusher Ben failed dope tests for the fight to go ahead. Do you think Eubank's become a bit gimmicky now and a bit more about money than actually chasing a legacy?
Well, that'd be funny. If I was Eubank, I'd be doing the same thing because effectively that he did his job, he did his obligation in that first fight, or that fight was going to take place. Made weight, did everything right, okay? Did the press, the whole lot. He was professional. So why not? Why not? I think it's more that they need Eubank more than he needs Conor Benn. Conor Benn, who needs him? Who needs him, club? You know what I mean? So if I'm honest, Eubank's entitled to say that because at the end of the day, you should dance to my tune. And Eubank's got every right to do that because at the end of the day, they cheated. And, it's a dangerous game. What happened if he got in there, right, and Eubank got ironed out by Conor Benn? Attempted murder right there.
Yeah, there are a lot of legal implications, but what's going to miss is all them people buying tickets and booking hotels and them all being in on it. Calla, Eddie, Crusher Ben's team, Charlie Sims, Tony Timms, all them lot. That leaves a sour taste in my mouth, but it's the wild, wild west, isn't it? And who am I to be critical of these people? How dare I say the things I say? I don't know. Bivol Beta Beeve. What do I think to that fight? It's got me all steamy. All windows are steaming up when I think about that fight, Max. How do you see it panning out?
I think Bivol will lose. I think Beta Beef will take him out. I find Beta Beef has that explosive power. He has that explosiveness and goes in the gears and pop and goes for it. I don't feel Bivol has. So I think B2B will take him out at some point. You saw that against Yard. Yeah, yeah. I think he's hanged in there the best. No, Bivol has, but I think Bivol's just got that gear shy less. Then B2B to be fair. So yeah.
Okay. If Bivol manages to pull a miracle off and beat Better Beef, where does his legacy stand?
You can argue he's top five easy.
Okay.
Pe-
Well, he beat. Well, if you want to be critical, there's two sides to the story. You can say he beat Canelo, and he beat Better Beef if he does that. But I'd say Canelo's a middleweight, in my opinion. I don't even think he's a super middle. He's a middleweight. But he fights at super middle, and obviously that day he got greedy in it like heavyweight. He'll not jump up back up there again in a rush. So he's a
no,
middleweight stroke super middle like you. And Better Beef's 40 in January, and he's classed as an old man in boxing. So I think Bivol could be getting him at the right time, but I've got Better Beef on points myself. That's what I've got. But Better Beef don't like to leave it to judges, does he?
no, it doesn't.
Okay. Sky Nicholson against Raven Chapman. What do you think to that? Should we just skip that one?
No, can we not talk about that one?
Okay.
Eddie's bit on the side.
Fabio Wardley, white collar boxer against It's Big Freeze, Mr. Freeze.
Why do you give him so much crap?
Oh, Freeze.
No, Wardley. You just keep labelling the white collar. I'm from that city.
Listen. We've got to give Wardley credit, but he's from white collar. So just because you're from that background, Max, I'm not giving him stick. I'm just saying he's from white collar and he's done well. And if he beats an Olympic medalist, what does it say for our boxing when a kid can do that? The guy's a genius if he does It's Big Freeze.
It's beaten first time around. I don't know why you thought otherwise.
No. I had It's Big Freeze winning.
Not a chance. You got lucky, Big Freeze. How can you win a fight that you got knocked down in? Don't make sense. That was the difference. That knockdown
in rounds. Fury got knocked down twice, didn't he, against Wilder, and people were still saying that he romped it.
They're a bit different, but the thing is this one, right? The knockdown was the difference, and that's why he won the 2 points clear. There was 114, 112. So yeah, I mean, it's, to be honest with you, I think Big Freeze, that fight would have old manned him, I reckon. And I think Fabio Wardley will have more in the tank. I think all this being an EIS, an Olympic route, he's been left a bit stale on the shelf a little bit. And I think he's got old, and all the times he's been beaten up there, that fight would have taken a toll on him. I don't think he'll have it this time. It'll be the same. I reckon Wardley will finish him within 8 rounds.
Yeah.
Tony.
Okay. Jack Massey against J.O. Patia. That's for a world title and a Ring Magazine belt. It's a good fight, isn't it?
Don't give Massey a prayer.
Why?
Because I just don't think he's not that level. Overseas, different levels. I think he got lucky.
He didn't look that good last time out, did he, Opatia?
Yeah, okay, true. But Massey got an Isaac Chamberlain that they didn't want a rematch on, which I heard.
Okay. So all you got to go for on that then, Matt? One match, J.O. Patia.
Opatia, yeah. All day long.
Okay. The Gad, Eddie Hearn has said to Gaz, he's a Gad, because he keeps slipping and sliding, which is his favourite promoter, which is his favourite heavyweight, and this and that. Eddie Hearn's called him a Judas. What do you think seriously about the Gad? Because Don Charles slaughtered him, and he's there doing interviews today for Box Nation saying, and I quote, well, basically, he's just giving Don Charles a two-handed reach around. So, what do you think to that, Max?
I mean, this could get me in trouble, what I'm going to say, but I will say it. Gad should not be in boxing. He knows anything that he knows is on a stamp. He's an idiot. He's everyone's best mate. He's everyone's camp. He never ever he goes, well, he's got a puncher's chance, or oh, I can see how they win it. He never will stick to one side, and the Gad knows nothing. He pretends knows about training, his creepiness of the karate, interviewing. He needs to stay away from sport. If I had any boxers that are females, right, and they go up to interviews, I'll say, right, you girls, you stay away from him. I don't want him anywhere near him. He's a wrong un. Sorry. And Gad, I hope you listen to this. I'll say it to you when I see you.
Strong words there from Max.
No, I don't like it. I don't know. He's creepy. He's creepy. I wonder what something will come up on him years to come, and everyone's going to turn around and say, "I told you so." You don't act around like that. You know what I mean?
Max, I'm thinking about changing your name from Max Hercules Jenkins to Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
No, come on. No, let's be honest here. Let's call it a cooler. He's weird the way he carries on, the way he dresses. He's weird.
Well, he's thinks he's Bono, doesn't he? I didn't know he lived on the same street as Eddie Hills, so he must have a few quid.
Well, the point is okay then. Happen if your kid says, "Oh, I'll meet my boyfriend." What reaction would you have?
The what?
So if when your children say like, "Dad, meet my new boyfriend," and
Ruby.
he comes trotting through.
My Ruby came home and went, "Dad, I meet my own boyfriend. He's a writer," and they were similar age and all that. I said, "Yeah, fetch him in then. Let's have a look at him." I said, "Out!" And if he'd refused, I think you know what would happen next, don't you, Matt? One of these jobs, wouldn't it? Hang on a minute. If he refused, I said, "Hey, get out of my house. What are you doing with my daughter?" And he said, "No, I just said like that. Come here." Mickey Field give me that, and Hermes, oh, bless him. What a gentleman he was. Well, that's another story, isn't it? Yeah.
Gents of all gents, him.
Used to be. Should Eddie leave the De La Hoya beef? This was from Jonathan. Jonathan, you asked me that twice last month. Keeps asking, should Eddie leave it, this Oscar De La Hoya beef? It's like he's just digging out Oscar De La Hoya for the sake of it because he's running out of things to say. Because Eddie does like a little round robin with 7 YouTubers, doesn't he? So, well, it's 8 now because they do it Box Nation, but he does this little round robin, and his trainer thought must go, so they're having to change all titles up, aren't they? But should he just leave this De La Hoya beef or what, or just keep it going? What do you think?
Eddie just likes to create nonsense, doesn't he? He likes a bit of nonsense, doesn't he? So really, deep down, he loves it. He's only Oscar's doing what he's doing. He's got a couple of good fighters. Eddie's trying to mention the other day listed them all, but really, a lot of them have left Eddie to go with Bricktop anyway. So he's in the same position. He's in the same position as Oscar De La Hoya because a lot of them are left Eddie to go with Bricktop anyway. So who's Eddie's biggest fighter now? Sonny.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting
AJ,
to see what happens in it moving forward. But I like Oscar De La Hoya, Max. Do you?
Yeah, he comes across. He's funny. He's funny.
He's built up about $500 million in dough. So, and
can't knock him.
Not behind the door, is he, Oscar? He must have a few quid. So it's I don't know. I don't even know what they fell out of it, to be honest. Because Eddie's saying he's going to do this and do that in American. Eddie's not really took it by storm, has he? He's piggybacked onto people like Canelo and people like that. But who has Eddie signed from debut that's done the business apart from Joshua? Joe Cordina. Who else? Where are these debutants that have gone all the way? Callum Smith, he didn't get him a world title. Keller got him in, didn't he? And Joe G.
Johnny Smith. No, just the Bosch, sorry. Johnny
Bosch. He's had Johnny Bosch from debut, but what's he won? An area. Southern area. That is
They'll get a British.
Yeah, if they only could through propping shows because he does tickets, they'll match him accordingly for a British, I think, yeah. And quite rightly so.
We might even get a European.
Put effort in, isn't he? You what?
We might even get a European in.
Well, listen, there's not much difference between a British and a European, really, is there? I mean, if you look at who Tony Bellew fought for a European title at Cruiser, I'm like, wow, what a gift that was. So, but yeah, Christian Sanavea won't fight Froch for European, wouldn't defend it to him. So Froch had to go after Carl Zaghi, didn't he, for WBC? But obviously he went there. He vacated on last day, so he fought Pascal for belt, who at number 2 ranked below him. But the European title, I think the British title's got a bit more coolness about it than that, do you?
Bit more class to it.
Yeah, a bit more class to it. Audley Harrison's got a European title, so's Henry Cooper, and he got knighted. I don't think Audley's going to get one, and Audley's also got her Olympic gold, Henry Cooper, and well, they knighted Sir Henry. He didn't Audley, did they?
It was hard to win a belt back then for Henry Cooper than it was. Yeah, half of them back then were able to do a British. It's watered down the whole product.
Listen, back then in them days when you were a British champion, it meant something. It don't mean anything now, in my opinion. Everybody wants to go the trinket belt route. That's just how it goes. I'd like to see a lot more fighters come out and actually make a bit of noise about the British title. I don't think it's a lot to ask, do you?
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, I don't think that's.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I think. Do you know what? It's the whole format, isn't it? I think there's so many weight divisions. You know, you move up like 4 pounds in weight, you're in a new weight division. Then you get a British in that, and you know you could win. I can be a double, world weight champion. And it needs to be one governing body. I think throughout all of them. If there is, it would be just say right, it's just one champion. It will stop all this like all these different bodies. You look at what's going to happen after the Fury and Usyk, right? If it happens, they all get scattered. Like one's already been scattered for the IBF paper champ, So, you know what I mean?
Okay. Do you want to click back on at 5 to Max? I'm just going to go for a leak, yeah?
Yeah, go for it.
Part 2. I'll see you in a bit on part 2. Cheers, mate.
All right.
Well, that were Max. Hercules is called. I gave him a name. Max Jenkins, heart of a breadcrumb. The breadcrumb, he was known as the breadcrumb when he first met me. I gave him that moniker and it stuck with him. And Dennis changed it, didn't you, Dennis, to Hercules because Dennis likes that Hercules name. But he's tried to give loads of people that name for years. And they all go, oh, Dennis, I don't want that name. But mainly because Steptoe and Son, Dennis is a rag scrap man, isn't he? And Steptoe and Son had an horse called Hercules, didn't they? So, okie dokie. Right, we'll see you on part 2 at 5 to then. All right. We'll see what Max has got to say. We'll get Max's take on things. Pop, pop, bang.